Well, unfortunately, every time there's a disaster of the magnitude as the earthquake in Haiti, we see three types of individuals come in and prey on children who've been displaced. It happened in a tsunami in Southeast Asia. It happened in Chad in 2007, where a French group called Zoe's Ark came in and took children whose parents were still alive. Ostensibly, they said they were Darfur orphans. It happens every time. There's three different types of people that show up, unfortunately, on these scenes. There's the adoption mills, and that's what this group seems to be involved with, taking these children to the northern coast of the Dominican Republic, where there are plans by this group that's based in Idaho to set up a huge complex, including seaside villas for waiting parents who are waiting to adopt children, to a restaurant. It doesn't sound like this is just a bunch of church people trying to adopt kids. There's a lot of money behind it. Also, pedophiles show up for child sex exploitation. And also, we know from the Haitian Prime Minister that he's charging that some of these children were being taken for organ harvest.
Please talk about this. Save those 40 mothers and the 40 children. The CID talking about it. They're holding some places and they're waiting them to sell their organs. Already, 18 children removed last night, their organs and their heart.
I know when we got the body, the organs were not there.
So, CNN contacted the two entities that had custody of Kendrick's body and access to his organs. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which conducted the first autopsy in January, and Harrington Funeral Home, which the Johnsons chose to embalm and prepare Kendrick's body for burial days later. A spokeswoman for the state tells CNN after its autopsy, the organs were placed in Johnson's body, the body was closed, then the body was released to the funeral home. State investigators say it's their normal practice, but what happened after his body arrived at the funeral home was anything but normal.
What was in the place of the organs?
Newspaper.
Newspaper.
It's hard. Down in Georgia, there was a case of an African-American 17-year-old kid who was found mysteriously dead at school. He died in the gym. They did an autopsy and they buried him. His family, they weren't satisfied with the results because they still wanted to know what happened to their son. They had the body exhumed, found out that his organs were missing and his body was stuffed with newspapers, and people are still trying to find answers. The officials down there in Georgia, they act like they don't know what's going on. There was another case out here in California. A young African-American man was found dead in Death Valley in the desert. All of his organs were missing. His liver, heart, lungs, kidneys, all gone. There's a case in the UK recently. A Somalian girl was brought over there for organ harvesting. They found out that they were going to harvest her organs and they stopped that. There was another case in Asian couples. They went over to Africa. They adopted a black girl. 2 weeks later, she was dead. So these cases of organ harvesting are just going on all over the world, and people are being real quiet about it.
The Rodney King riots. The cops arrested 18,213 black folks. They couldn't account for 10,000 of them.
That's what happened in New Orleans. Remember when you saw those helicopters? They were picking up all them black babies and taking them up in helicopter. And my husband and I sit there and said, we wouldn't have sent our son with them. I don't care who they was. We'd all died in the water together. We wouldn't have sent our baby up there. And they never got a bunch of those children back, as we all.
In a truly brutal case of human cruelty, a young boy from China's northern Shanxi province was kidnapped near his home on Monday evening, only to be found hours later wailing in pain with his eyes gouged out in what appears to be an attack carried out by black market organ traffickers. 6-year-old Bin Bin went into the street near his house to play sometime before 6 p.m. An hour or two later, his mother called him inside, but he was nowhere to be found. A farmer found the young boy in a field hours later, covered in blood, his eye sockets empty. Police found the child's eyes nearby. The corneas had been removed. On the way to hospital, Bin Bin told his distraught father what he remembered. His story tells of a woman who drugged him before cutting his eyes out. She apparently said to him, don't cry, and I won't gouge out your eyes." Corneas for corrective eyesight surgery are in high demand as they can be taken from people of any age and any blood type. Anyone who knows where the corneas are located in the eye can extract them. Police are offering a 100,000 renminbi reward for information leading to the arrest of the suspect. With massive demand for organs in China and only limited supply, a thriving illegal organ trade has developed. Children's organs fetch a higher price, one organ trader told Chinese media in 2010. Most people think the younger the donor is, the better the quality of organs, the unnamed trafficker said.
The organ trafficking trade involves a network of human traffickers, including mobile surgeons, brokers, patients, and sellers, target children, especially those from poor backgrounds or children with disabilities, for organ harvesting.
When I see you wear that necklace, you look just like your mother.
I miss her.
a broken family, aren't we?
No.